Okay, what I'm getting with this, I'm getting this feeling of exhaustion, really a lot of tiredness. It just feels really dull. It feels like, oh, really dull. And yeah, I'm getting this, oh, not again. It just feels like, oh, like a big sigh. That's kind of what I'm getting when I see this. I think someone might have been trying to get back in touch with you, and I think that's how you felt about this person. Actually, it's not very nice, but yeah, you have a very, very difficult background with this person. You have a lot of problems. They've brought you problems in the past. You've moved on. I think you still have to see them sometimes or talk to them. So I don't think you have to see them, but you do have to keep some kind of contact with them. You've tried to minimize it as much as you can. I'm seeing a lot of demands coming from them. I don't think they demand things now, but I think in the past they used to do that a lot, or they expected things from you. And yeah, you've really made an effort to reduce your time with them. Yeah, but you can't cut them off completely. That's what I'm seeing. Now, you might have been avoiding them. Maybe you were avoiding their calls or texts or something like that. And I can see why you were, because you have a very, very difficult past with them. But if this resonates, I actually think they might have some news and it might interest you. I think this might be about someone you both know, a mutual friend or someone maybe. So I need to tell you this. I'm getting this really strongly. I have to tell you this. If you're avoiding someone, if you know who this is, you avoid their calls, you have that feeling about them. If you know who that is, I think you need to hear what they have to say. Please, please listen to what this person has to say. I think they have something you need to hear this time. It's not the normal stuff. This is something different. This is news. And yeah, please just listen to what they have to say, even if it's just briefly. That's all I have to say in that card. I'm just repeating myself now. But yeah, don't stress about this. It's not anything. Yeah, all I have to say is just listen to what they have to say, and you'll get this news when they talk to you. Okay, so the next card you have for your past is the Seven of Cups. Okay, so I'm just looking at these two together, this one and the Nine of Cups, and they go together here for me because I'm seeing a similar kind of a thing happening in both. Oh, they kind of go together. So yeah, I'll talk about them together. Okay, so firstly, lots and lots of emotion in your past with all these cups. This is all cups here. Okay, so I'm getting people and things, lots and lots of people, lots of things coming back around, coming back into your life. Some people you were fine with, you're happy, you're welcoming them back into your life. A lot of people, most of them, you weren't happy to welcome them back in your life. I'm seeing some people who walked away from you coming back. There's this person here in the Four of Cups that's come back to talk to you, who you were trying to avoid, I think. But also there are other people who really, I'm seeing two specific people who you really didn't like, and they came back. It just makes me, this is what I'm seeing. It's very strange. I'm seeing this in my mind. It's like you threw away all this rubbish and there was a whole lot of dust, maybe dust out of a vacuum cleaner or something like that. That's what I'm imagining. And you kind of threw it away, said, I don't want this old dust and dirt. Throw it away outside, and then a gust of wind comes and it blows it all back in your face. So I think that's what this felt like to you when these people you didn't like came back into your life. So you had a lot of that going on. And I think with this retrograde that's going on now, a lot of similar things are happening to a lot of people. It's a really confusing time. And, there's a lot of confusion in this card as well. It's a very confusing card. But, with this retrograde, it's a really tough one for a lot of people. Very, very tough. It's a long one as well. So just hang in there until it's over. And when it's over, everyone should go back to where they're supposed to be, as far as you're concerned. And yeah, things are going to settle down again after that, I think. And one of the things I'm seeing here that's sort of turned back around again, it looks like a work thing or a business thing. Okay, I'm actually seeing someone promising something, but then they might have gone back on their word. They said, I'm going to do this, I want to do this, and then they turned around and said they wouldn't. Very frustrating. You're very unhappy with this, if this resonates with you. So, yeah, if this is about you, I just want to tell you this. It's a blessing in disguise, really. It really, really is. I think this might be someone who wanted to work with you. I'm seeing money around this. So it might be that you want to employ an accountant or someone like that. It's someone who wanted to help you around money, I think. And I think they were probably really enthusiastic in the beginning. Oh, fantastic. I'm really good at this. And you thought, oh, this person will be fantastic. And everything seemed fine. And then they suddenly said no. Very frustrating. But what I want to tell you about this is, because I'm feeling this really, really strongly, whoever this is, they're not the most trustworthy person, let's say. If you look at this card, there's a lot of temptation on this Seven of Cups. So temptation everywhere. There's a lot of gold, jewels, all kinds of valuable things. And if you look at this man in the Nine of Cups, he actually looks a little bit like a dodgy salesman. He's kind of smiling at us, but he's hiding something. Something's behind this curtain. So, yeah, you've really dodged a bullet. You absolutely have with this person. It really is a blessing in disguise if this is resonating with you. And again, with this retrograde, I don't mean to talk about this all the time. And I don't usually talk about things like that, but okay. If you're thinking about getting someone else to replace this person, maybe wait until after it's over. Wait until after it's all over. Just hold on, do the job yourself, even if it takes more time, even if you have to stay up until midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning. It's worth it to not make any big decisions until after this is over. That's just a hint there. So, okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, look at this. It's really interesting this is here actually, because look at all these coins. This is about working hard, building something up, and kind of looking back over what you've done and just thinking, oh, look at what I've achieved, look at what I've done. So again, this is another thing to tell you. Be proud of what you've done, look at what you've done, and be happy that you've saved that because you don't have this kind of dodgy character around you. You have had a few financial ups and downs. And yeah, I've seen this a bit in your readings actually, and I feel as if I have to remind you that that you're doing really well. You know, with the circumstances you've been given, you are doing really well. You might not feel as if you have much because I think you have seen better financial days, but you know, you've got to be proud of what you've achieved. I think you might have lost a little bit of confidence in yourself financially. And there's no reason for you to feel like that. There really isn't. I have to keep on telling you that. That's how I feel. So, yeah, the other thing here is if you are looking for work or a new work opportunity, December looks really good for that. That's what I'm seeing there. So, yeah, I'm actually seeing something on the horizon for you in December, actually. A job, if that's what you're looking for. There's an income increase there with this card here. So, yeah, I'm seeing a long process, though. So you might have to go through a lot of interviews, or they might take their time in getting back to you or making a decision or something. So it feels a bit frustrating. But, yeah, there's an increase in money, which is a good thing at the end of all of this. It's a little bit like a pot of gold. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and the rainbow is kind of like a big mountain, and it's very difficult. You kind of have to hike up the rainbow, work really, really hard, go through all the hoops. That's a motorbike going past. Go through all the hoops, do all that, work really hard, get to the end, and then you get to the rainbow. But it's going to be worth it. It's absolutely going to be worth it if this is what you want. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the Three of Swords. Yes, nobody likes this. No one likes this card. It's not good, obviously. I actually don't think this is as bad as it looks. I am seeing a love connection around you, but I don't think this card has anything to do with them. So you can sigh with relief at that. It's nothing to do with that. Yeah, I think this might be about unfinished business. I'm seeing practical things here. I think this is linked to an ex. Maybe you're married to this ex, or it might just be that you still have some things to sort out between you. If this is resonating with you, obviously when you separated, there was a lot of heartbreak there, like this card. But it doesn't feel as stormy to me as what's on this card. There's a big storm on this card. Maybe you had a stormy past, but I think when the time finally came for you to actually separate, it was a lot calmer. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm feeling. So yeah, so with these 3 swords, I'm seeing a division of money, or it might be things, property, things that you own together maybe. And I'm just getting this. I'm just seeing this now. It might actually be them that's holding this up, dragging their heels with this process, or slowing this down. It feels like a wall or some kind of burden. And yeah, whatever this problem is, whatever this thing is that you have to sort out, this splitting up of assets or whatever it is, it needs to be resolved. So if they're the one that's holding this up, you might have to be the one who takes some kind of action on this. You might even have to take some outside action, maybe even legal action if they kind of sit there doing nothing. But I hope it doesn't come to that, but something needs to be done somewhere. So, and I was picking up on this low financial confidence around you as well. And I think if this is hanging around in the air, reminding you of a failed relationship, it might be reminding you of failure, and that might be linking to money, because this is a money situation. So if that's what this is, that might be contributing to that feeling of, a lack of confidence financially that I was seeing there. So, yeah, another reason for you to see what you can do about this if that resonates with that situation there. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the 9 of Wands. Yeah, okay, so what I'm seeing in the 3 of Swords, if with that situation with you having to kind of make a move to actually take action on that, if that's making sense to you, if that's correct, I actually think you might have a bit of a battle in front of you with this axe. I don't think they're loud, I don't think they're violent, it's nothing horrible like that. I just keep on seeing someone who slows things down, drags their heels, and so yeah, that's probably why it's still unresolved. But some steps have to be taken here, and I think you're the one who's going to have to start this process, because there's not a lot of action around them. I'm not seeing them moving, but just be prepared as well that if you do start action on this, they might try to do a few things to kind of jeopardize this or make it delay or something. There's some kind of difficulty around this, but whatever happens, you still have to move on this anyway, no matter what they're going to do, because if you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen at all. So I think that's the message in that card, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so yeah, the first card you have, your future, is the World. I absolutely love that you have this card, because I was seeing this work opportunity, and I know a lot of this reading is about work, but that's just how it turned out. You know, sometimes they turn out more love related, sometimes they're work, sometimes they're mixed up. There could be all sorts of things. Sometimes they're a totally mixed bag. It just depends on what I see. So, okay, so this is related to that job, and I think you've been going along in the job that you have for a while, and I think it feels fine. You know, it feels fine to me. I'm not seeing any problems. But I don't think this is where you want to be forever. I think before you had this job, you know, it was a really difficult time for you in your life. There was a lot of instability around you in all areas of your life, actually. And I think when you took this job, maybe it felt stable, and that's what you needed at the time. That's what I'm seeing. It was perfect for you at that time. It fitted into exactly what you needed. But now you have different needs. So it kind of feels as if it doesn't quite fit you, like a shoe that doesn't fit you. That's how it feels to you, I think. So, okay, so, and I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but I'm seeing a title. I don't know if you have a title at work, or maybe it's this. Maybe it's where you work. People expect you to want, they expect you to want to work your way up to a title. It might be that. And you're completely different from all of that culture. You don't care about things like that. It's not important to you at all. So yeah, I think, because I'm seeing a lot of differences then the way you are and the way the culture of the place is, so it doesn't quite fit you. And yeah, I keep on seeing this new job, and I keep on seeing December as well, so I'm seeing that again here. So yeah, I think if you do get this new job, you might have to go back and use some of your old skills. You might have to polish up some of your old skills, or you might have to go back and restudy or something like that. Yeah, I think this is something you've learned before, and you're going to have to go back and relearn it. It might have new things attached to it. Things might have changed since you learned it last time, something like that. But, you know, don't let that put you off. I know you don't like going backwards, you like coming forwards, but I think you will have to go backwards to let yourself go forwards, if that makes sense. Because, you know, this card can be about coming full circle. So, you know, with a globe. So, yeah, that's just what I'm seeing around this job, if this is something you want. And again, it's a really good job. There's more money, a lot of good things there for you. But there's a lot that you're going to have to go through to get this, if this is what you want. You know, you have to do all these, I'm seeing lots of, you know, interviews. You might have tests to do. You might have to wait. You might have to do more things, lots of forms. It might be that. And also now I'm seeing in the World card that, you know, you might even have to go back and retrain or study. So a lot of things you have to do to kind of get this or keep this. But again, I do think it is worth it if this is something that you want. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Hermit. Okay, so yeah, this is another one where I'm seeing these two cards that kind of go together, the Hermit and the High Priestess, both very spiritual cards. So yeah, I'll talk about them together. So I'm going to do this again with these two. Okay, so I'm seeing something quite specific here. It's really very, very clear to me, but it is specific. So just a warning there, probably only resonates with a few people, but if I'm seeing this, I have to say this. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm seeing a kind of religious discipline, and it was broken. Or it was, no, it wasn't that was broken. It was that you broke away. Yeah, a breakaway. I'm seeing you breaking away. That's what I'm getting. A big break away from that old tradition. So you broke away from that. That's because I was seeing it breaking and I thought that doesn't make sense. Yes, no, you broke away. So yeah, I think this is about a difference between how you feel now toward religion and spirituality to the way you used to feel and the way you were brought up, maybe. I don't think you totally abandon that side of yourself. It's the opposite, actually, because I'm seeing this really rigid, rules-based religious doctrine. And I think that might be what's in your background. Maybe you were brought up with that. And I think you walked away from that. And when you did that, yeah, I think a lot of people were unhappy with you. A lot of people were disappointed with you. But you didn't just run away. I think that might be how some of these people see you. But you didn't do that at all. You did the opposite. You did a lot of soul searching. I think you thought very, very deeply about this, just like this Hermit and the High Priestess. And I think you came to your own conclusions. And maybe what you discovered was something a lot deeper, and it had a lot more meaning to you than the old rules that you used to follow with this doctrine. Very, very different approach to spirituality than what you used to have. There was this rule following, this is what you have to do, and now you've got this very personal approach, very spiritual approach. That's what I'm seeing. And okay, I just want to point out here that I'm not against any religion at all. What I'm for is people's right to freedom to believe in what they want. I just wanted to say that because I get a lot of comments saying, oh, I'm anti this and anti that, or I'm evil and all that. I'm none of those things. But yeah, this isn't about me. It's about you. So if this is resonating, I think with all this exploring that you did to get to this conclusion that you came to, you ended up being a lot more spiritual and definitely a lot more thoughtful than the way you were in the beginning. And yeah, if this is you, I think you're probably always going to feel a little bit of conflict, between you and some of these people from your past. I think every time you see them, they're going to question you. They're going to ask you why you did this, why you did that, all that. It's going to come up. I have to tell you this. But this feels more personal to you, has more meaning to you. And again, you know, I don't want to get into a conversation about religion. This isn't the place for that. But to me, anything spiritual or religious, it's about a personal journey with the emphasis on personal. Even if you or I have the same belief systems, or we go to a church, or we go to wherever we go, we're still on a personal journey. What I experience and what I see and how I interpret things and how I see things is going to be different from you, someone else, and someone else. So very, very personal. That's my view. And so I think this is how you are. I think, you know, this is your journey. It's your own personal journey, and you're not going back to the way you were despite all these other people from your background. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that doesn't sound too crazy. And again, I know that's probably only going to resonate with some people, but